Want me to
Good morning. We are the Tangry Girls.
Good morning. It's 2024
Woo woo.
and we're still tangry.
We are always Tangry.
Always tangry. Good news for you guys. We ended 2023 in worship. We went to a great worship service and it was awesome sauce. And we are excited to share with you our thoughts on last year and our thoughts on this upcoming year.
Yeah. So can we do something a little different?
Okay.
Okay. So, on a scale of 1 to 7, how Tangry was your 2023?
On a scale of 1 to 7, my 2023 was a 5.
Oh, okay. You're okay. You want to go a little deeper in why it was a 5?
You know, 2023 it was good. It was good. It was a good year. I feel like for the first time in a long time, I was really present the whole year.
Okay.
Yeah, I was really present the whole year. There are times that,
What do you mean you weren't present?
well, I mean, I feel like I was really present. Like I didn't lose time. Like I didn't get caught up in anything. I didn't make anything bigger than it really was. I just knew that I was on mission. I knew what I needed to get done. I knew I would get it done. I didn't do that. You know how sometimes you worry in advance or you kind of stress yourself out in advance. It's kind of like the penance we pay so that we'll get through.
I don't know what you're talking
I just
about.
skipped all of that and just said, you know what? I got this. I'm going to get through this. God has gifted me for this. It's going to be hard. Embrace the hard. Get it done. But enjoy life. And that's what I did. So 2023 was really good for me. I kept perspective.
Okay.
Yeah, I kept real good perspective.
That is good.
And that's why it was a 5 because it was totally grace because God gave it to me
Oh,
and God kept me in it.
amen. Amen. So,
How was your 2023 on a scale of 1 to 7?
oh, it was a full-fledged 7.
Oh, well, we expect nothing less from you. But at least it wasn't a 10. Y'all know she goes over the scale sometimes.
Well, actually, I have started this new thing
Okay.
from 1 to 7 because, if you give someone a choice between 1 to 10,
Yeah.
they always like maybe pick a 5 or a 6, and it never gives you like the true, they have to think about it. You
Right.
remember
That's
when
why I do 1 to 7.
you remember when
That's
you
why I
did
do
that
it.
to me? Like you twisted it up a couple of months ago, and I was like, 1 to 7? That
I've
makes no
always said 1
sense.
to 7.
She did not. We'll go back. But anyway, that is beside the
Y'all
point.
know that's true, but y'all also know that's classic
No,
Tanya.
no.
It's not. It's me and not her.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, what are we talking about here? Are we talking about how you?
On a scale of 1 to 7, you were a 7.
I was definitely a 7. I lived in grace all year. I turned 50.
Okay.
Um, and so, there was so many mountains.
So many mountains.
There were so many valleys.
So many valleys.
And then there was just darkness.
There was darkness.
And I learned a lot and I grew a lot in 2023.
What do you think you grew up more from? The valleys or the mountains or the dark places in between?
I think all of it.
But which
The,
place did you grow most from?
I grew most from the valley.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I think sometimes I feel like I grow more now from the dark places, because it's where I'm really feeling my way. Because I'm not sure if I'm in the deep or if I'm in the top,
Right.
but I'm feeling my way and trusted. So I feel like now I grow more
Yeah.
in the middle.
Yeah. Yeah, me too. I always have to learn the hard way of anything that I do. I know that comes as a shock, right? Yeah.
Not a shock.
I mean, because, in order for me to change something, I gotta I give people like 50 million chances.
True.
True.
Not
True.
me.
I don't give her 50 million chances, but
No, I meant me give people 50 million.
oh yeah, I always give her 50 million chances.
No, I meant me give other
She
people
gives nobody a chance. So let me tell you, she will cut you out
in love.
in love. She's tried to cut me out before, but I'm like, no, nope, can't quit me.
Right now, I have a running quit Tanya for 42 days in my calendar, and she won't accept the invite.
Yeah, she sent me a calendar invite last week. She was like, I'm gonna quit you for 42 days. I'm like, what does that even mean? And then she and I declined it.
It's still in my calendar though.
Doesn't matter. It doesn't exist. So, 2023, it was a year where a lot of stuff just died, and I had to go through that grief.
Yeah.
And so I'm excited for 2024.
What died in, you had a great year in
I had a
23.
great, but
You lied to these people. You making it seem like you had this dark year.
there
You
were,
had like an amazing year.
I had a, I mean, I did have an amazing year. It was
Y'all,
hard.
she is just like being extra. She had a great year.
No, but like personally,
Okay.
when I got a divorce,
That
and
was 2 years
that
ago.
was in 2022.
Yes, last year was
Okay,
2023.
I still go through the grief. There's so many twisted things that are connected to that lingered over into 2023.
Okay,
Okay,
okay, okay.
you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, it is grief. It is grief. I'm not, and y'all, I'm not making light of it. I just
She
mean
is.
she had a great
I
year.
did have a great year. I did. I did.
Yes.
I met some great people. I rocked the real estate
You
world.
returned to real estate and you
Yes.
did so well. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
And then, church is great,
yeah,
being here with you.
yeah.
And so, what are we doing in 2024?
Um, More of the same. More travel,
More.
more NG, more ministry, more excitement, more feeling, right? Not just like numbing, not just packing down, but more feeling. All of it. We're going to do all of it.
Yeah, so was there anything, because I know that in order to go to a different level in life, you've got to say goodbye to maybe certain habits, certain
Yeah,
traditions,
yeah,
people. Not me. She's trying to
yeah.
quit me, but she's like,
She's still in the
no,
calendar
no.
for quit.
She knows in order to go to the next level, she needs Tanya.
She's in there for quit for 42 days.
Negative. We're here. Um, Anywho, so, I just prayed. I prayed going into the year, and not like I knew. I mean, God wanted me to say goodbye to some people,
Yeah,
and not like, I mean, He's asked me to do it before, but I just didn't listen.
because like you said, you give people 50,000 chances.
50,000 chances, but I'm
Yeah,
learning.
yeah, you are learning. Um, for me right now, my focus is on my home, and so I'm doing a lot of deep decluttering and getting and like letting go of stuff, letting it be a blessing to other people.
Yeah.
So I'm asking myself three questions: would it be a blessing to me to keep this item, or would it be a blessing to me for to see someone else have this item, or would it be a blessing for me to honor the time that I've had this item and to throw it away?
I love
And
that.
so I'm just asking myself those three questions.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how's it going?
It's going good. It's been a very calm, very gentle process with myself. One of the things I realize is, you know, there are different stations in my life. There are stations in my life where I like get rid of everything. There are stations in my life where I just like pack bags, pack totes, because I just pack them and I'll like come back to them later emotionally. But I'm at a stage where I'm really ready to unpack a lot of things
Yeah.
so that I can like run freer.
Yes.
And I think there's a lot of times that we prepare in our present moment for a future self,
Yes.
but we fail to live in our present moment for crowding ourselves with our future self. And
Wait,
so,
can you say that again? That just confused me.
okay, a lot of times in our present moment, we gather things that we think will be useful to our future self. And in doing that, we crowd out the present life.
Yes.
And so, one of the things I'm doing is looking at all the things, all the projects that I thought I might get to one day, and say, if I'm not going to get to this project this year, I'm going to go ahead and let that item be a blessing to someone else.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Always such good wisdom that comes from ET.
Oh, well, I mean, I'm just
That's why she's a
crazy.
pastor.
I'm just cray cray, and I'm just wanting to share my cray cray with y'all. But no, really though, I mean, and I think this comes in so many areas of our lives. Um, a lot of times, even spiritually, right? There may be things that you've crowded your life in spiritually, like traditions, habits, Maybe there's some verses that you've always leaned into. But what if this year you need to be leaning into some new scriptures
Yes.
for your present, right?
Yes.
And just really live into that and say, God, I know I've already served on this group, on this committee, in this area in church, but is there something new that you want me to see that I haven't been able to see because I've been so into what I thought I should be doing versus what you have for me to do? And yeah, I think this is really about uncrowding ourselves.
Yes,
Yeah.
I love that. So, for me, one of my projects. Remember how you told me that you've been making bread?
Yeah, I've been making, oh, I didn't even tell them about that yet.
Okay, well, we'll just go into it right now.
Yeah, I've been baking bread. I will say that Tanya's one of those people who's willing to try stuff and fail. I am not one of those people who's willing to try stuff and fail. That's one of my weaknesses, that if I try it and I fail, I'm like, I'm done with it. It's not for me. But one of the things that I have tried and failed in past times is making bread in a bread maker. And but this time I stuck with it. I told myself for 30 days, I'm going to make a loaf of bread every day, or at least every other day, and I'm just going to do it until I perfect it.
I never got any of that bread, by the way, but go ahead.
And I finally got to the place where I got my bread recipe exactly where I wanted it to be. But I had to be willing to fail. I had to be willing to have Gracie, my little twin, tell me that my bread inside was yummy, but my crust was too hard. Um, I mean, kids are funny, but she was right. I mean,
Kids
the
are too
bread
honest.
inside was good, but the crust was too hard. And that's kind of like how we sometimes are as people, right?
Yeah.
The bread inside is good, but the crust is too hard. The outside is too hard.
Yes.
So that's been a fun process. So go ahead.
So, my mother
Uh huh.
gave me a bread maker yesterday.
Shut up.
No, I am serious.
Like a little compact one, because the one I
No,
got is one of the big ones.
this
Yeah.
thing's heavy.
Uh
I
huh.
mean, it's like this big,
Yes.
okay, like this wide.
Yes.
And then she gave me like some bread flour. I mean,
Yes,
and
you
then
got to use bread flour. That's what I learned. I was using all-purpose flour. You need to use bread flour.
so you know there is some you've okay. I'm just gonna say it, and then I'll let you clean this up. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So over the holidays, Christmas,
Yeah.
I wanted to make cornbread dressing.
Oh my Lord.
I got to go here because it's
Okay.
all about bread, okay?
Okay.
And it's about using the right ingredients.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay?
Tell the
Okay?
people what you did.
My failure. So, Christmas morning, the only job that I had to do was to make this cornbread dressing. I got all my ingredients. My mama told me exactly what I needed. I went to the grocery store before because no grocery store's not open on Christmas Day. That's a key fact. So I wake up, my cousins come, my daughter's there, watching Christmas movies. I'm making my cornbread, and I put it in the oven, and it comes out, and it looks great.
Looks great.
Looks great. So then I go and I chop my onions and all this stuff, and so then I am ready to crumble up the cornbread.
Yep.
I flip it over from the cast iron, and it goes plump. It weighed like 5 pounds. I picked it up. It was like a frisbee. I started laughing. I broke it. Everybody in the house started laughing. And I'm like, oh my gosh, what did I do wrong? So I made the cornbread again.
You made it again.
I made it again. This time I did not put it in the cast iron skillet. This time I put it like little muffin pans. I don't know why I thought that would be different. I don't know why, but then it came out the same.
It came out the same.
So here I am, like 4 hours into this dressing making, and the cornbread, which is the key ingredient. And you know what I learned?
There's a difference.
I had to get self-rising cornmeal.
Uh-huh.
Okay, that was a key fact that my mama did not tell me. All this self-rising. I just picked up the cornmeal. She told me to pick up cornmeal. I picked up cornmeal and went.
Okay, so you're blaming your mama for your
It
failure.
is definitely my mother's fault.
Okay.
And I did tell her this, okay?
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
But and the same thing happened a couple, days before when I made my chocolate chip cookies and the baking powder and the baking soda. So, I'm getting to a point here. And you just said that your key ingredient you have to get the bread flour
Yeah, that's
because the other flour didn't work. So I
yeah.
mean, we have to look at our lives and figure out what the key ingredients are. Okay? What's making us rise and then what's just keeping us flat?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I know for me, like rising for me in this season is being present and really allowing myself to be happy. And I think on one level, like we all think we want to be happy, but I think some of us have like this list of all these things have to be together before I can be happy, or because this thing happened to me I have to be mourning for this long, I can't truly be happy. But deciding to be happy, deciding to be present, deciding that my present self deserves that level of happiness, that level of fulfillment, that level of knowing um, that right here, right now is for me. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That
That's my
allowing
key.
yourself to be happy. That's powerful.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And people are different. Like some people allow themselves to be happy over everything. Okay, but then there
That's
are,
called fake.
but there no, but there are some people who are that way.
They're not
But
happy
then
all the
there,
time.
I'm just saying there are some people who are happy. But then there are
Yes, there
people
are people that are
like
happy.
Henry Nouwen, who is a Catholic theologian, who passed away a few years ago. He writes about this concept called the wounded healer. And it is this concept that there are people who have been through so much, and their whole mission in life is to serve and to add purpose. But sometimes a wounded healer has to be very careful that they don't obsess so much and fulfilling purpose and being present for other people in their healing that they forget their own personal healing.
Yes.
And so I think for me, I thought I understood what Henry Nouwen meant on one level, but this year has taught me what the next level of that
Yes.
is in terms of being a healthy wounded healer. And I look forward to continuing to go to another level in that, and really truly being happy. And at the same time, reconciling the grief of the past.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. Yes, I'm a wounded healer, but you have to heal. You have to heal from your wounds, and come to accept, things that you didn't want to accept, and give yourself grace,
Hmm.
and that's what 2023 was. It was the healing, and healing is a journey.
It's a journey.
It's a journey, but um, you have to feel it.
You have to feel it. And it's costly. Costly. Healing is costly. And I'm going to tell you guys that there's so often in life, we think that something should just be given to us, right? That healing should just be given to us.
I
That
like a pill.
like it should be given to us. But you really have to lean into that thing. And, scripture tells us that the peace, Jesus says, the peace that I give you, right? The world can't give it to you like I give it to you.
Yeah,
But we have to receive it,
we have
and
to receive it.
and letting go and stop wrestling and just receive that peace.
Yeah, that's good.
That does take some work.
It does.
It does take some work to like get yourself out of the way and just receive it, which seems so counterintuitive because it's like Jesus gives it to you, you just have to take it.
No, you
but
got to receive it.
but receiving it is so hard for some of us.
Yes.
And so if you're somebody who struggles with that as well, I see you and I feel you. And
Yes.
I promise you one day you will one day you will come to know it just a little bit more, and the next day just a little bit more.
Yes, don't rush. Don't rush. Just lean into it, but don't stay there.
Yeah.
And just know that you're not alone. You know,
And that's something else I think too. You know, a lot of times, like we see a calendar year, right, when this year is supposed to begin, and so many people tell us, "Oh, I'm ready for a fresh new start," and maybe you are, and maybe you aren't. Your time frame is your time frame,
yes,
so do what you need to do. But any day you decide is January 1.
exactly. Because, you know, we can, you know, I mean, even businesses have different fiscal years. Some people's fiscal year starts July the 1st.
True.
Okay, so that could be your new beginning or whatever, but just progress through it and make a decision to allow yourself to be happy, and don't numb the pain. Don't don't stay in the pain, but work through the pain. So so which comes which brings me to my word this
Okay.
year, which you wrote it down. I don't know if
Okay.
you can see it or not, but it's propel.
Okay.
And I chose this word because it's a force.
Yeah.
Okay. One year my word was forward. So this is to propel. You have to go against, and you just have to, fight with aggression. It is just a powerful propel word that just means that I am
How you
going
going to
forward,
define a word with the word?
because that's what I do.
Okay.
Anywho, I'm just trying to like bring it forward. It's just I'm going to push myself, and I am going to just let God just rest on me and just to help me with the strength and the
Yeah.
guidance.
You know what I love about Propel too is the thing about Propel is like something propels, right? But it also propels other people and other things. So as you are propelling, you are causing others to move forward as well. So I
Yes.
love that.
Get behind me.
Lord help
I'm
her.
just saying.
All right. So my word is curate, and I love curate because it is both like a verb, but it's also a person. And as I was looking it up, it actually has biblical significance.
Oh,
Curate, and I am really going to lean this year into just just being more aware, and maybe aware is not the right word. Just, and I don't want to say leaning in because we always say leaning in. I don't want to say that, but I just want to enjoy life, and I want to be able to identify and put markers on those things that are good and good for me,
so you're
so
going to live
that,
with intention.
well, no, I always live with intention. But what I mean is, I want to, when I see something that is good and good for me, I want to know I got to stop and go get more of that.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Versus feeling like, oh, well, that's enough. But if it's something that I enjoy and I want to do, I want to lean more into it this year. Because you know, I think that I'm finally in that season where I really do want to, like I said, the happiness, the joy, like I really want to lean into it more.
Yeah.
And so I really want to curate experiences for myself, for my congregation, for the people that I encourage. I really want to encourage us all to curate more, to be very selective, but selective in the sense of that which brings us joy. And even those things are hard can bring us joy.
Absolutely. So, yeah, taking hold of what's good and getting more of it.
Yeah, and being willing to take more of it. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, being
Um,
willing to take more. It's like, here it is, just take it.
yeah, because I think sometimes there are those of us who feel like, oh, we just want enough, right? Where I really feel like this season for me is a season where I want more. I want more than my fair share. And not because I want more than my fair share. I want more than my fair share because I know that I'm a good steward, that I know that I will share with others. I want more.
We're,
Because I know I will point more people toward Christ. I want more.
I
I
want
want more
more.
moments
Yeah.
with people. I want more
Do you want more
moments.
moments with me?
No, you're quit for 42 days. I want more moments with my kids. I want more moments just sitting down and journaling. I want more moments, and I'm not going to feel guilty about those more moments.
Yes.
Yeah.
So let's go get more in 2024.
Yeah. More, more, more.
More,
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 more, more.
more. So we will end this. This was so good. Reach out to us. Hit this little subscribe button. We used to have a consistent time, but life gets crazy and we get busy. And then as we are going for more in 2024, who knows when we're going to be on here next? But
Yeah.
here's what I can promise you: we will come back. It will be good, and we will have PT here that will have lots of wisdom.
And you'll have lots of wisdom for them too.
Yes, I will have lots. We both will.
All right, so as always, we want to remind you to stay tangry.
Stay tangry. No, I still did not get the button thingy.